everybody, and welcome to this channel that was formerly known as the Alchemist Collective. We are now rebranding a little bit, and this page will now be known as Penumbra Insights. My name is Eden, otherwise known as Bree, and I would like to formally re-welcome you back to this platform. I've taken a hiatus for about a year or so, as life has just gotten a little bit crazy and hectic, and I've been going through some spiritual work of my own. So I figured it would be a good time to return to this platform and to continue doing the work that I need to do in the community. Today is, why am I wanting to say October? Today is July 21st, 2024. And today we are getting on to share full moon messages that have been coming through for this full moon going into the Lion's Gate portal on August 8th. So yeah, let's just get into it. We'll get into the channeled portion in just a moment. I don't know if anybody else can feel it. The energy has been very heavy lately, in my heart space, but also just emotionally heavy in general. So you may be crying a lot at this time, or just getting random surges of anger. As one of my colleagues put it to me, they feel a little bit unhinged at this time. So with that note, let's just go into the channeling. If anybody has been following this platform, this is actually a continuation of a transmission that I received from Archangel Metatron a couple of years ago as well. This builds off of that, as well as the Belial transmissions that have been coming through. Anything that has come through on this channel is all interconnected in some way, even if the pantheons of the energies and archetypes that are being channeled are not necessarily always seeing eye to eye in that sense. They all have different roles that they are fulfilling on this planet and within this simulation for us. And they have different facets of the truth. So it's important to meet and get all the perspectives to get a fuller, more rounded perspective of the nature of our world, both in the physical and metaphysical sense. But yeah, like I said, let's just get into it. We're going to be talking about the full moon. Alright, so this moon marks the dissolution of emotional paradigms that are keeping you back from your own fulfillment. Cut the cords and shed that which continues to lower your vibration and cause emotional disturbances. We are currently wrapping up a cycle of ascension that began to hit the boiler phase during last year's Lion's Gate, and this year's Lion Gate's portal is going to be even more important, as those who have been doing the work to integrate the energies activated by the solar flares of last year will be fully stabilizing finally within the new vibrational frequency, as they are gaining mastery over their physical and walking through the gates to their rewards. Detoxing is important at this time. Drink your water, try to eat lighter, nutrient-dense foods to nourish the physical body, and keep activity light impact if you can. Somatic movement is imperative at this time to unleash on any stagnancy that's lurking within the fascial system of the body. Old traumas and emotions are bubbling to the surface now to be processed and released, as the emotional baggage cannot come with you into this new chapter. The name of the game right now is to let go, to create space. Lilith and Isis are extremely present upon the earth at this time, as the feminine polarity is working through the integration of the light and dark aspects of the soul. This activation has started with Algol. I think that's how you pronounce that star's name, the Medusa's head. it's ignited this collective feminine rage that we felt starting really honestly from the beginning of Cancer season. And this is rising as global conflicts are on the rise, that are driven through like masculine ego and masculine agendas. And they've plunged our societies into like a global, like a tumultuous, chaotic state. And it's through these powerful activations that have come through the year of the dragon, such as, you know, the eclipse that we've had, these Uranus and Saturn transits that are happening with Algol. We're being given the support of the divine as we are trying to work through and alchemize these energies to find divine union. So what this means is not necessarily always a physical union of masculine and feminine people. It could be this, but on a larger scale, we're finding this as the balancing of these two forces within ourselves. This is a Kundalini force, and this is present in all living things. So as a society, how we are moving past that is that we're going to see more matriarchal powers, more matriarchal we're going to go back to more matriarchal ways of doing things. It'll start on a smaller scale at first, but as we move through this, it will happen on a larger scale. Through this full moon and going into the Lionsgate portal, there will be a deep healing of personal and interpersonal wounds and conflicts. We're being asked to dredge the dark waters of the subconscious minds to feel and to heal. This transformation, but there's a reason I said transition too, has been long and painful as you've been broken down to be rebuilt anew for the task at hand. Tapping into the Christ consciousness at this time will help you to forgive others and also yourself if you hold on to any heaviness from the cycle. We are going through the cosmic birth canal into the new cycle, and we don't want to further complicate the birthing process by holding on to that which cannot come with us. All right. So, in addition to Isis and Lilith energy, I've been feeling a lot of like Jesus Christ and Shiva and Kali too. As you can see, we've got this through here. Let's start with pulling a few oracles just to get a deeper insight into the energies that are present at this time collectively. Call upon the Most High, my ancestors and my guides, in the name of the Father, the Mother, and the Son. I ask that you please bless my throat chakra and bless my hands, bless these tools so that I may deliver messages for the highest good of all, messages of clarity, healing, and peace. Some clarification. What energies are ahead for playing in the full moon? One card at a time, please. So we have Jezebel and karmic lessons learned. Many of us have been dealing with the Jezebel spirit that has been body hopping, trying to sabotage and take all of that which is rightfully due to us. It's causing those who have been falling victim to this to be missing opportunities by making people that are not interested in you. But it's important to take a closer look. because what is actually happening is that these false people that are able to be swayed by this spirit are actually going through their own lessons at this time. Those who have been under the hold of this spirit have been actively working to undermine you, actively working to undermine your stability, your words, your credibility. There's a need for you to heal your crown chakra at this time. They may have been doing some work to try to pull you away from your connection with the divine. We've got Belial energy at the bottom of the deck. So Belial is a gatekeeper for the infernal realm, but he is also a chain breaker who teaches fierce independence, who teaches self-reliance. So going back to the channeling, the cycle has been hard, but it's been teaching you how to stand on your own even without the group behind you. Because healing happens from within. And when we heal what is within, we are able to then see that energy without, because if we look from the universal standpoint that all is mind, your reality is contained within your head. So whatever vibrational frequency you are at is going to determine what you're seeing in this physical realm. You may be being asked to do daily devotionals at this time, working with your guides in both the light and the dark. Archangel Michael is here, just as Azazel is here. You're being protected from evil at this time, and you are transmuting the energy of being scapegoated or made out to be the villain when you have done nothing to harm others. Sorry, give me 1 second. Let me get my music restarted. Let's get into the tarot. What is the divine influence at play? For those in the collective, thank you. Alright, so we've got Strength, the Four of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. So you're drawing on your inner resources of personal strength to slay those demons or those baser instincts, those false darknesses within yourself that are compelling you to continually act out of character, to continually do the things that are detrimental to your health. And you are building a stronger foundation in this physical realm in order to bring forth a new beginning for yourself in abundance. And it's right here waiting for you to grab a hold of it. You've displayed the qualities of patience, and it is through this patience that you've cultivated the tools needed to move forward. And of course the card would dip underneath the tripod. But like we said, your door has opened, so are you going to go through it? Are you going to refine yourself so that you're able to enter through the portal? Got the Four of Wands in reverse. So a lot of people consider the Four of Wands to be like a twin flame card, because it carries the energy of 1111 in it with the candles here. But this is, again, going back to that need to balance out that Kundalini force. Wands is fire, so that's the internal fire that is burning within us. We're meant to turn that inward and find that unity. What is the piece of advice from the angels? We have the Tower. So the Tower in itself is divine intervention, divine retribution, and the Ten of Swords. So break out of this concept of you being a victim, of you being a failure, of everyone being out to get you. Work daily with your guides to unravel these paradigms of victimhood so that you can move forward into a new beginning where things are abundant, where things are happy. Expecting the worst has done nothing but brought you the worst, beloved. It is time for you to release the chains, the shackles that have been placed upon your heart. Allow yourself to feel the hard emotions so that you can feel the ones that are beneficial for you. Forgive yourself for what you didn't know in the past. Forgive yourself for the things that you missed, that you didn't see. You no longer have to go alone. Messages do the underworld have as far as moving through the shadow? What messages does the underworld have as far as moving through the shadows? Thank you. So the advice from the underworld for moving through these is, first of all, 333 is across my board right now, so that number is significant, as well as 144. So we have the Three of Swords clarified by the Three of Cups and the Ten of Wands. So the advice from the underworld is that your friendships have left you heartbroken and overburdened because you've been giving too much of yourself, pouring into cups that aren't pouring into you. You may have been erring too far into the darkness or too far into the light, which has led to your heart being heavy, burdened by the inauthenticity. With the Queen of Cups, you're being asked to gather control over your emotions and build new traditions that nurture yourself, that feel good for yourself. This may require you to end certain relationships and certain partnerships and friendships, but don't be conflicted about it. What else? Oh, that's crazy. We got the Tower in both decks. Yeah, you know that this breakthrough is gonna come from you making the decision to walk away from this King of Swords energy here. So take your heart out of the cage and allow yourself to process the emotions that you've been holding back so that you can. They keep showing me there's this, that's hilarious with the Ace of Cups after what I'm about to show you. So they keep showing me the image of, there's this reel that I kept seeing on Instagram that was talking about how intergenerational trauma works. So it was a cup with Coke in it. So they would keep pouring the Coke into different cups. So like the grandparents would pour the Coke into the cup that represented the parents. The parents poured into the child. But when it got to the child, as the child grew up, now they came in with the water to clarify, to refine that Coke until it turned into water, so that it could be water when it poured into the grandchildren, the next generation. So what they're saying about this, let me grab my card while I'm over here chatting it up. So what they're telling me here is that to get to this cup of water, it's an ugly process. The alchemy can get messy, and sometimes it feels like you get worse before you get better. Like, for example, you know, when we're talking about the scale between Coke and water, there's like a whole layer of time where that concentration of Coke and water is like totally gross and like unpalatable. Like the shit does not taste good, it don't look good, it's just not good. But when you get to the water and you keep persevering, that's when you see the reward. something's beneficial for you. It's now hydrating you. You're getting rid of all the sugars and additives and bullshit. All in all, to say, you're being refined. You're being refined, and it's being broken down so that you can stand firmly on your own and to stand confidently on your own. Any closing messages? Closing messages. That was my bad. Let me put that back. Any closing messages? These already came out. You can't come back down like this. There we go. Wow. Okay, so we've got a divine couple on the board. So yeah, like I've been saying, you're balancing the masculine and feminine polarities on this physical realm. And that will bring renewal and intuition, emotional fulfillment, and emotional mastery. That's beautiful. Advice going into the Lion's Gate. With the Page of Pentacles here going into the Lion's Gate, you're being asked to renew any review, not renew, don't renew any contracts. Well, maybe renew a contract if it's beneficial for you, but definitely review them and make sure that they're still working for you. You're also being asked to act on whatever spark of inspiration is coming through to you, as this will help to ultimately build seeds for your own prosperity at this time. Plant the seeds, grow them, do the work. Anything else? Another Knight of Pentacles. All right, and I think that's where I'll leave that. Thank you so much for watching. And please like, subscribe, and please comment if you have any questions or comments. Thank you for watching Penumbra Insights, and we hope to bring you another message in darkness and in light.